Good morning, happy Saturday. Hope everyone is doing well and had a good week. Happy to report that Anna had a great time at the groomer. She's all fresh and clean. We had a nice Friday. But yeah, so good to be here with you guys. So let's build a zoo this weekend, eh? Let's do it. Hello, No Mercy. Hello, Steve. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Chris. Hello, Bobble. I don't know if we can build a zoo in one weekend. I guess it depends on how long we stream, but we could give it a shot, see how it goes. We might not be able to do all the detailing, but I think we could definitely build our zoo. But maybe we can get our zoo layout done today, and then maybe tomorrow we can detail the zoo. I mean, it's possible. All right, well, let's just jump in here and get started. I want to remove these trees here because we're gonna, of course, be putting in all of our own. So I'm just going to make sure this area is free and clear. All of that. Ah, nice. This chat is a zoo some weeks. Yes. Thank you, No Mercy. Appreciate it. Very nice, Shannon, that you started on your zoo. Okay, so I think a couple things. I love the idea of doing the, we talked about this last time, doing the cable car. Raid did that once over her zoo, and I thought that was so cool. So we're definitely going to do that. So that's going to be fun. Okay, so I think I'd like to figure out the infrastructure inside the zoo and the layout. So let's start there, and then we can, if we have time, then maybe we can work on these parking lots and such. But like, let's just, what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to, actually I think I can put all this stuff down without paths. So let's go into our zoo here. I'm not going to worry about, yeah, I can just put everything down. I'm not going to worry about restrooms and all that right now. I'm just going to get down all of our buildings and just kind of see how spread out we can make everything, because I would really like to have a nicely spread out zoo. We won't worry about the sea enclosure. Just seeing. Okay, that's all of it. Okay, good. Is that really all of it? They're not larger. No, I guess that's it. Okay, great. That's great. So, yes, this is excellent. So we can really look at everything and plan it out accordingly. So I really like that idea. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really great. Okay, so we are going to be using a combination of pedestrian roads and, of course, paths. I've done that before in my zoo builds, and I really like how that works out. Last time when we did a zoo in the 52 parks, which I know we need to get back to at some point, I did a very compact zoo, which was really fun. And when I did my zoo build for the Skyline 6, it was a bit more spread out, and I think we're gonna do that here as well. I'm kind of not wanting this here anymore. I actually think I want to bring so that there's a zoo entrance on this side and on this side. So I'm gonna do that. Let's just grab that asymmetrical road here. Let's bring that in here. Switch that up. Road with some nice trees here. Ooh, actually, I want to do this a little differently. And then we'll do the entrance to the zoo this way. Yeah, and then we'll think about, remember we talked about maybe a family fun park situation, so I'm gonna let that be for now. All right, well, let's get in our parking just so we know the size of all that. I think that's gonna help us get our borders of the zoo. Like that. I wonder if we could even let's just do that there. Yeah, maybe this is where we can bring a bus in here. That could be good. Okay. That's fine for now. Let's leave that. Let's just grab this, and we are gonna pop this right there. Let's move it here. And we may change this exact configuration a little bit later, but it just gives us a boundary to start with. Okay, so then what we can do, get rid of that. We can go into our highway here and just upgrade that. And we need to make sure we also fix the speed on here to be 60, where we just replace those. Okay, perfect. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. We'll figure out the exact entrances, and because I might do something a little more creative with detailing with some plazas and change them up. But at least we know like our kind of our borders of the zoo, which is good. Do we have, looks like there's a little bit. Most of this is pretty smoothed out. Okay, great. Hello now, Miss. Joy's chat room zoo. The cable car should end in the lion's den. Yeah, we'll definitely do the cable car. And that's another reason to have things spread out, because I think it'll be cool to have you know, a cable car stop, a few of them inside the zoo. And I'd also like to incorporate the in fact, let's grab them now. I'd like to incorporate the these parks as well. The water, I think, would be cool to put in the middle of that. Okay, this is nice. Now we have a lot more room, and of course in the detailing, we'll do, I think, some really dense forest along both sides of the highway, so you really feel like you're encapsulated, which I think will be very cool. All right, so let's take a look here. Yeah, this is gonna be really fun. Okay, this is the lion enclosure. Which one is this? That's the flamingo. Okay, so that's birds. That's very different. Birdhouse. I do love the birdhouse. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of move things around a little bit. Okay, so that's the flamingo and the birds. Insects. Where's our, yeah, that's the elephant. Okay, so if we do elephant, I'm just gonna move this down here for the moment. Giraffe. Bison. Okay, bison kind of belongs in a little different area. The lions can go up there though for sure. Moose and reindeer and bison, antelope. Those all kind of go together. The rhino. So yeah, if we kind of think about this in this way. Yeah, so insect, this, and what's this one again? This is the rhino. Okay, so we could put, I'm just thinking about how I want to group things, not where they're going to be placed. Yeah, I think the monkey palace. I think all three of these could be kind of individually, like these four can kind of be individually, and then these can kind of be grouped in areas. Okay, that's good to know just for like how you walk through a zoo, if we think about that, as the different types of habitats are placed together. So that's good. Okay. So now the thing that's good about a well-designed zoo is that if you follow a path, you'll loop, and you'll eventually get back to where you were theoretically. So it's like good to have at least like in the areas. So like there should be within these like a loop, and then like a way to get in and out of the area essentially. So I think just to start, because I think like back in this corner will be good for these three. So I think we just kind of start with that in mind. And and just play from there and just kind of see what unfolds organically. Cable car or food delivery system for the wines. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're organizing people essentially, for sure, for sure. Okay, well, let's just go ahead. I am going to kind of move these over here for the moment, just to give us some space. I'm gonna move these. Okay, so yeah, let's start with our giraffe, elephant, and lion enclosures. So I like the idea of, yeah, I think this will be good. Yeah, I like the idea. See, there's this nice elevated path with the giraffe. So I want to like have this be facing, so if you're walking there, you can look down, and I think it would be cool. Maybe we do this other lake actually. To kind of be looking, be able to look down on the back side of this lake. I feel like that could be a point of interest. So I don't know the exact placement of that. Yeah, and then with the elephant has 2 points there, and I think we do it this way because again we're gonna be creating a loop for this area, so just thinking about that, and also leaving plenty of room for lots of trees is going to be important. Yeah, this is cool. And then there's also, just looking at these different entry points as well is going to be important. And you want, when you're on this, when you're in a zoo, you know, you don't want to be able to see the next enclosure. You want things to feel like you're kind of winding through and then you end up over here. It's so cool. So we do want a good amount of space in between things as well. I think that's going to be really important. Yeah, and then in a grouping, you also want to think about leaving room for like restrooms and things like that, and also thinking about, you know, where we're going to put our cable car stops as well. So just kind of thinking about that in advance is going to be good. So making sure that we're leaving some space. And we have plenty of room here, so I'm not worried about, you know, if we end up using some of this space for the zoo, that's fine too. We can always rearrange that. Okay, so what I'd like to do, yeah, that could be cool. Okay, we're gonna go back in here and we are gonna grab our zoo plaza. We are also gonna grab a restroom cafe and a gift shop. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Okay. It will come together. It will make sense. Yeah. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay. I think what we'll do, of course, we're going to grab our zoo path. I'm going to do without trees, and we'll place our own trees. I think that's going to be really good. Okay. So again, we want to think about these three animal enclosures are going to kind of be in like the same area. So there'll be a way that you can access this area, two ways that you can access it, and then a loop in between, so you can't really get lost, right? Yeah, I think that's going to be really great. So let's think about coming into this area. So I'm just going to draw this here for the moment. I'm going to bring that here. Okay. All right. Just bear with me here while I figure this out. So I may end up moving some things around. Lovely, lovely. Okay, I do want to be able to walk all the way around the elephants. Yeah, I might actually slightly move these. If we bring this up just a little bit. Okay. right, so yeah, I'm gonna change this. Yeah, we're gonna move these out of the way for the moment. And we're gonna get a curve here, and we are gonna go, yes, that's what I want there. Okay, very good. Do I want to, just thinking about this here. There we go. I like that. Make something a little bit interesting. Okay. And then, okay, so that's the entrance there. I think what would be interesting to do here is if we can back these uses up onto the plaza. Yeah, because this has got this kind of nice area out back there. The restroom does not, so I think the restroom, it would make sense to kind of let that hug up and against that way. And then the cafe. Yeah, it's got this nice, yeah, the cafe is pretty good all the way around too. Maybe we do the cafe kind of in the middle here. Potentially, because this is the other entrance here. So just thinking about that. Let's turn all this off for the moment. Okay, this could be interesting. We did like that. That's gonna look a little bit better so far as on this side of things. Okay, so I have some ideas there how that's gonna end up looking really nice. Bear with me, everybody. We're gonna get there. Okay, so then if we bring this along here. It's all the little things that make a difference. Okay. This looks a little odd right now, but trust me, I think maybe what we need to do is kind of detail up this area so you guys can kind of see a little bit of my vision, because right now it doesn't really look that good, but it makes sense in my head. We have no doubt it will come together. Ah, thanks, Shannon. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I think what I'd like to do, honestly, yeah, let's move this a bit here. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, because this is that's the cafe, that's the restroom. I really do, yeah, well, they can walk through here to get to the restroom too, and we will define all of that as well. That's going to be really important. Okay, so if we do this, come here with some, bushes. Okay, and then I also want excellent. Walk over to here. Yep, it's overkill, but you guys know I do pedestrian path overkill. That's just what I do because I want to have all the connectivity for everyone walking about. Okay, and then there is a door back here, so that's great. It's almost maintenance, because this is almost a maintenance type door there as well. So that's really important. And we'll definitely do more landscaping than this. I just kind of want to kind of define these areas a bit. Again, definite overkill. Ooh, you know, maybe what I want to do. This is what I want to do, actually. When a path is for workers, I feel like it would be good. Like if it's like a maintenance type area. Yeah, it's almost like, because you will see that at zoos. It's areas for workers. So let's go ahead and just make that a thing. Excellent. And that way we can really distinguish between what area is a public area and what area is for zookeepers and maintenance and such, by using the fencing to do that. Yeah. Just kind of can come to corner there. So like this is the start of the area for behind. And this area is still accessible. So by using fencing and we're, you know, showing this is an area, public area, got this nice landscaping, and the fencing is where the private areas are. I think that's going to be a nice distinction. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. And actually, we don't need these ones here. That's fine. Lovely, lovely. Okay, yep, that works. All right, let's come over to this side then. just use move it. Yeah, this is good. Okay, and then I do want someone to be able to walk out into there, but that's where we'll be able to use Surface Painter a bit to facilitate that. That's gonna end up looking really nice. Okay. Yeah, I think I should maybe switch this around a little bit. Okay, there we go. I like that much better. Okay. Yeah. That will end up working very nice. Very, very nicely. It's all about the little things. The little things make all the difference. Yeah, bring that in that way. Okay. That there. It'd be nice to have that lining this side though. Just up to there. Okay. Because we're going to use Surface Painter here in a second once I've got this kind of lined up. It will make sense. Okay, let's line this area. Okay, and then we can change this a little bit. We don't need those there. Okay, now maybe I do want to this to the edge here. Okay, now if I take Surface Painter, and if this doesn't work, we'll just delete it, but this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that's going to work well, especially with some more detailing. And more landscaping. I think it's going to actually end up looking really nice. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull through the tree that's right here on that asset. This one, right? Yeah. I'm gonna leave this open. We can bring in some more tables and chairs there. I think that's gonna be really good. Definitely do trees in here. Okay, and then stay with me, everybody. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. That might be a bit big for what I want there. Here we go. This is a better size. I think we need another style of tree in here too, but I think you guys can kind of get the feel of what I'm trying to create. Let's also do I was thinking out these would look really good in here for a little bit of color. Okay. Yeah, this has a feel now. So yeah, this is what I was looking for. Very, very nice. Okay, I hope you guys can like kind of envision the big picture by me just doing kind of that little area. Imagine if we do that everywhere. It will take a lot of time, but like it's gonna feel really good, especially from like a first person perspective, to kind of create these little areas. Let's go ahead while we're here, just so we can like have this little tiny area be finished. Let's go ahead and put in some more of these picnic tables. Sorry I'm so quiet today, guys, but I'm really zened out on this little detailing we're doing here. This is nice though. I dig it. Yeah, that's great. A little bit more seating outside for the cafe. And you can imagine we're going to do lots of dense landscaping around, because when you're in each area, you don't want to be able to see what's around the bend. You want to be like, come out and be surprised. Hello, Vertigo. Hello, Random Games. Hello, Milkshake Deluxe. What a great name. We talk about food here a lot. You're in the right place. I'm a chocolate milkshake. All the way. All the way. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Like, it's just like a little sampling of what we're going to be doing in this area. Yeah, this is going to be really good. And I think I'm going to change. No, I think I'll leave that there. That's fine. Okay, and then we are going to have, like I said, we are going to incorporate pedestrian paths as well. So there will be a pedestrian path, kind of the main one that, there'll be a main pedestrian path that goes through, and then you can veer off into these areas. So that's going to be really important. Okay. We're not going to detail that whole area, but you guys kind of get the feel of what I'm going to be doing and how that's going to look. So, just so you guys know, yeah, I am going to change this. But yeah, just getting the feel for things. That's why I said, like, I don't know if we'll be able to build an entire zoo over this weekend, but we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of an interesting thought. No, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. I'm thinking ahead to detailing. We're just going to leave that there for now. We can always make slight adjustments later on. Okay. All right. So there's our first little area kind of established. So we've got the elephants, the giraffes, and the lions. So that's kind of like our little grouping there in that area. We're going to move this here. We know we're going to have our pedestrian do I want to do tree? Yeah, I want to do trees in the middle because I kind of want to have the illusion of like you're walking on one direction of the path or the other. I'm just going to put this here for now. We're going to end up probably moving it, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you're walking this side or that side type of deal. I don't know yet what trees I'm going to put here, but for right now, we're going to go with these. It's probably not the tree I'm going to use, but okay. So just so we know, that's kind of like our middle path there. Okay, so I think We've got this grouping of 3. I could fit them nicely over here. I mean, I definitely could fit them over here, actually. Yeah, they could be a grouping that's kind of essentially on either side of the pedestrian path. I actually really like that idea. Let's just move this over here for the moment. I think I'm going to change this up a little bit. Yeah, actually, can I? Is the game going to be very mad if I put this here? Hopefully not. That's right, we did have it spread out because it is, okay, because it's going under that. That's right, okay. That's right, there was kind of a reason it was a little bit further out. Okay, let's move this back then, that's fine. I do want to give it some space there. Okay, we're not going to do pedestrian roads outside of the zoo, just inside of the zoo. Let's bring this down. Yeah, I think I'd like to change this thing up quite a bit, actually. Do 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 do. Yeah, this is right near there. I still wonder if I can. It's not gonna like that because it's gonna be so close. Okay. Again, I apologize, guys. Overthinking things. It's fine. It's fine. Let's move this back to where it was. Overthinking all the things. Can move this here into the corner though a little bit, like so. Put that there. Grab a little surface painter. Whoop. This is going to end up actually working out really nice. Okay, let's not try to get in too deep here. So, put a little public restroom here. I think would be nice. Right in the middle. And then we can grab little plazas that, you know, I like to use. We'll bring those in like so. We're going to grab all of this and put this in the center. And there we go. Very nice. Very nice. We've got the metro there. That's great. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, now let's go back in. Sorry, everyone, little detour there. We are going to make sure we have our park coming. And actually, we don't even need this because we took away the pedestrian road. So let's bring this to there. And we'll go back in. We're going to grab our side gate. Pop that right in the middle. Yeah, and this will be nice because this area will be open right here for our cable car. So we need to be thinking, so I'll leave that area for that. Okay. Very good, very good. Oh, and maybe that's a thought. Maybe yeah, maybe the pedestrian road is connected. I mean, maybe it does go there for the cable car. Maybe. Maybe. All right. It's good. We got to get these things planned out. Okay, so again, we've got this like nice elevated bit. And I think it would be really fun to do that there. We have lots of room for a lot of dense foliage there would be good. Okay. And then if we do this on this side, like so. Maybe this one is back here. Where's the, okay, so that is the entrance there. Okay, good. Yeah, that could be really interesting, actually. Okay, I'm just thinking about where I want my main pedestrian road to go, which is where we're trying to kind of figure this out. So then in that case, maybe it does come from there, which could be good. Okay, let's get a nice curve going on here because it's going to be coming through the center of this area. Really, Anna? Okay. And then we'll hook our pedestrian road into our cable car. In fact, let's just grab this here now. I think this will actually end up working out really nicely. Yeah. And we're doing unlimited money. We're not going to worry about that people can just walk into the zoo without paying. We're not going to worry about that. Okay. With the cable car, yeah, there's two different, there's the end of the line stop, and that's kind of what we, and then there's the cable car stop, So that one goes that way. So we definitely want an end of the line, but it needs to be facing that way. It's not a problem. Bring this here. Bring that there. Yeah, that actually is gonna end up being really nice. I do like that. Okay. We can even just bring that up to there. Okay, I think this will work. Yes, 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 yes. Well, they won't be able to see the traffic eventually. We're going to put in so much landscaping. Everything is going to be very dense. This is not the tree we're going to use here, but I'm going to put it here for now. Hi, Anna. Hello. Hi. Did you have a good napper? Mm-hmm. Did you? Hi. Oh, you smell so clean. But we're just going to put this tree here for now. Oh, well, yes. Hi, thank you. We don't need that many trees on it. We want to go the opposite way. She puts her nose underneath my mouse hand. Yes. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi. You're a good girl. Can you, oh, can you go lay down, please? Can you go lay down? Do you need to go out? Is that what you need? All right. Give me a second, guys. We will be back. I'm going to heat up my coffee anyways. So let Anna out, give her a little treat, see what she wants, and then we'll come back to figuring out our little layout here. So bear with me. Be right back. Okay. Oh yes, we do love a monorail, but we've done that in several places. I love the idea of bringing in the cable car for this. I feel like it just makes sense. Okay. Alrighty, so again, let's come into our zoo path here. Actually, like doing a bit of an angle here is fun. Put that there. Which one is this again? This is the antelope. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let's actually put this on a bit of an angle like so. Not liking that, not liking that. Okay, like that much better. And if we go into our I'm gonna want this to connect to that. A little bit of tinkering. There we go. That's what we want. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. We can bring that up right to there very nicely. Love that. Okay. Very good, very good. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Perfect. Love that. Nice connection there. Lovely. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Roller coaster. All right. Okay, and then I think I'm going to change this up a little bit. I'm gonna kind of give this more space here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Very, very good. Okay, and then these three are connected. So again, I do want to complete the loop within these three. And then in fact, I actually don't want this connection here. Yeah. because we are making our three different, or making our different areas. Yeah. Yep. I like that a lot. Okay, and then that's good too. Let's think about this cable car though too. Is that going to, yeah. I guess we'll figure that out as we go along. We can always make changes, but okay. And then again for this area, I do want to have like the Sioux Cafe, restrooms, very important. And I think what would be cool here is to bring in one of these tourist parks with like all the little booths. I think that would look really nice in this area as well. That's good. It's going to be pretty far away from that, but I guess that's okay. We'll make that work. Yeah, because I may want room for the cable car to go and kind of in between there as well. So that's something to think about. Yeah, so let's actually put our and which one do we want here? There's three different ones. It's kind of like a main tourist park. I think I want to go with like the little, the one we had before, like the three little, yeah, I like that. Okay, and yeah, actually, let's do this. Let's make these a part of this basically. And we've got our, yeah, this will be good. We've got the restroom. Let's put that over on this side here. We've got our zoo restroom. And then we've got our little cafe, which we can bring right up there. That's nice. We've got our little tables there too. Yeah, this will be good. So this will be something accessed from the main pedestrian road here, which I think is fine. And we can actually use, oh, that is going to, okay, so we won't do that then. What we could do, oh, that might actually look really nice. We should grab the tiles from the zoo. try to bring these out an even amount. And if we did these across here, I'm just trying to match how much I'm coming in on both sides there. Okay, that looks pretty cool. And then what we can do is go with this same table here. I like that. And then I'd like to put a tree in the middle. I do like this one. Okay, that looks really nice. Yeah, a little touch of landscaping around the edges, and this actually looks really good now. Okay, cool. I like how that turned out. Very nice. Feels like one big plaza now. Okay, I dig that. I dig that. Okay. Yep, that's gonna work. Like I said, I'm not minding that people can come into the zoo for free. That's not a concern of mine. Okay, so we've got two areas kind of put together now a little bit. Yeah, this pedestrian path is gonna go all the way through the middle. I think I might even now change this up that we put in here, make this a little bit smaller, so that way we can have some room over there. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so I think actually, yeah, let's do this. Let's cut this down. This does not need to be, we can we're just gonna move this over, grab right there, move this over, grab this. It's gonna give us extra room there. That's perfect. Okay, let's move this to here. And I think we'll do the other, we talked about making this a family fun park, which I really like the idea of, and we'll do the cable car running through. So I don't think this will be the end stop. So we need to think about just making a cable car stop. So we'll need to think about, do we want to, if we're coming, yeah, this is going to be tricky. We're going to need to use move it, but that's okay. If we're coming through here, it would be fun to have a cable car stop kind of in the middle of the zoo here. And then maybe we do one over here. Okay, well, let's not worry about that just yet. Just yet. But I think we'll figure that out. Okay. All right, so the other thing is thinking about where we're going to put our pedestrian road into. I guess we could go right along the side of here. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Okay, and again, we're going to do a different tree. I'm just doing this tree for the moment. Just for now. Oh, and I picked the wrong road. Okay. Whew, we're making progress. All right. Family fun, big fit forest. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Okay, I think this is actually working out really nicely. I think we're gonna have room for everything. All right, so we've got our birdhouse and our flamingo enclosure, which I think is really fun. So I think we'll just do these two over here. Do love a birdhouse. Okay. Yeah, this one has the entrance here, and then this is a service entrance, or maybe that's also, not quite sure, but we will figure that out. Oops, I wanted to do the dirt path here for this one. And I want you to be able to walk all the way around. I'm making things way more complicated and messy than they need to be. There we go. And then we'll use move it to clean this all up. Excellent. All right. Well, we're getting there. That's very unnecessary detour. Okay. Love this asset. Okay. Littlefoots would actually be a good name for the zoo. Ooh, I like Littlefoots. Exactly as complicated. No, I'm making things more complicated. I do that at times. Okay. But that's okay. All right, so yep. Bring this to here like so. And then we'll just go for our lovely dirt path here like so. And then we will also connect there. Yeah, and again, we've created a little loop. Really can't get lost. Okay, that's good. And then I think for here, we just put a restroom. I think that's all we put for this one. I don't think we also do the cafe. I think we just do the restroom here. And honestly, it'd probably look really nice right here. Excellent. Okay. Perfect. Love that. That's very nice. Okay, and we have not connected this area in yet, so we do need to do that. Let's just go right there. Get this little bit of a curve. Right to the elephants. And then we want another one here. Should we just come straight? That might be nice actually, yeah. Nice and straight, perfect. And we're gonna do so much landscaping that you're gonna be walking on this path. You're not gonna be able to see anything, you know, we're really gonna pack this in. So that way you can't see what's coming around the bend. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be a lot of detailing, but you can imagine when we've got everything all done up. Okay, I think this actually might work. This actually might work well. Okay. All right, and then we have things that don't really work grouped together, so I think they should kind of be their own thing in a way, which I really like. I think this would be good actually if we put kind of these buildings all over here, and we did, what is this one? This is the rhinos. Yeah, if we did the rhinos here, and then did this other like lake here, something like that. I think that could actually look really cool. So I do want to think about how the cable car comes into here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really nice. Okay. 1 teaspoon of complicated. Exactly. But you know, it's taking your time and fiddling, and then things, you know, they come together as they should, as they should. Actually, I think we're gonna put this guy over here. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna tie in so it's like you can walk across the bridge to get onto the either side. Although this needs a pedestrian path. Oh, bugaboo, bugaboo, that's right. Well, shucks. Whoops. That's okay. That needs to be too close to there. Okay. All right, actually, no, I have an idea. I have an idea. So I do really like the oh, that would be interesting. If we did these buildings on the side of the lake and then the pedestrian paths would make sense. Oh, we could actually do that. Let's do that, and then we'll fit in these pieces. But yeah, I think I actually want to, let's give it a try. The vision, give the vision a try. Yeah, I think this could actually end up working very well. Okay, let's give this some room up here. And we're coming down like this. Oh, it's this side. Okay. How far away? I can go pretty far away. Not that I want it that far away, but I do. And this can back up right to there. This can back up to here. Let's just try this. If we don't like how it looks, we'll do it different. Yeah, this will need a path out back there. Bring this up here. Bring that to there. little closer. Kind of want the same distance in between those. And then we've got a regular zoo path on this side. Something like that. Okay, I think this is gonna end up looking pretty nice. I mean, and maybe that continues on to there. I don't know yet. One piece at a time here. I do like how this is looking though. I do like how this is looking. Okay, and then here, just go nice and straight. I need to just move it. Let's pull that all the way in. This leaves for some really nice flower garden detailing outside of that building. I really do like that, actually. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. All right, and then if we bring that straight to there. Oh, that's actually really nice. I don't mind this at all. Okay. Yeah, I really like that. And I don't mind that we have the two water features right across from each other either. Okay, and I think then we actually have enough room. We definitely have enough room. We can move. We can fit this little guy here. On the edge there. And we do have room here for this if we kind of change the paths, or we could also kind of stick it over here though. I don't know if I want it that close to the road. Thinking. Actually, if we take that from there, then I bet this would fit. Oh, it will. Well, that'd be nice, because then if you're walking here, you could look over the back side of the rhinos. And I don't dislike having the rhinos with the elephants and all that other stuff. So I think that actually works. Yeah. Okay, let's just grab a little dirt path here. Okay, I don't dislike that at all. I think that's great. Okay. And then this little guy over here. Yep, we can just... Actually, maybe it fits over in here. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. This is a really nice building. Okay, that's really fun. Yeah, I think that works really nicely. And then the nice thing we could do too is we could fit in like the, we do have like the park cafes, which would be very nice to fit in as well. These ones, the small sidewalk restaurant. We could definitely pop that in as well. I feel like it would fit here and it would be nice, like maybe it would be nice to have the cafe. There's the cafe right there that we put. This would look nice here though. Yeah, this actually would look nice. And we could make it line up with that edge there. What are the different styles again? That one's too modern. That one kind of fits in with the zoo aesthetic. I don't mind that. Okay, I think that works. Lots of wonderful landscaping opportunities. Look, we fit everything. This is great. I love looking over the backside of the rhinos. Yeah. The other thing we could do is we could switch this around. Instead of the rhinos being directly off the main path, we could switch it around and do lots of landscaping here and kind of put this into the enclosure that way. Like that would work. It would be more in line with how we've done the rest of the zoo. If we did like that. And then we can grab yeah, I feel like we could make this work. Okay. No, that was a good call. Lots of lovely landscaping opportunities. Lots and lots and lots. Okay. Okay, so we have a restroom here. A restroom here, a restroom here. Can assume there's a restaurant in the cafe there. So I feel like that's pretty good. And we've got a restroom here. So, and then we have 2 cafes and then the larger cafe. Yeah, I think that's really nice actually. Now, let's go grab this again and let's just take a look and see, is there any place where it would make sense to make room for this to fit it in? I mean, it could fit in right down here. So we could fit it in there. We also don't have to force it. We can just let this one water piece, and I think I'm inclined to do that because I do like how this looks and feels. So we're gonna ditch that. I think that's good. Okay. And then also I don't like how close this path is to the freeway, even though we're going to be doing lots of landscaping. So I think we're going to change that just slightly so it's not so close. There we go. Gives it a bit more room that way. Yeah, I think this is, I hope you guys like this. I think this is gonna be really good. Okay, the other thing is that we need to go ahead and, now this is the part that gets tricky because we need this to be for the pedestrian. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is very carefully make some room here. Very, very carefully. And then we're gonna go into the pedestrian. We've got this set up here. And yep, there we go. Beautiful. It's a little, oh, and then we need to come into here too. So we will make a little space here. There we go. It's a little tricky. You know, that was the one thing when the pedestrian stuff came all out. It was such a bummer to find out that you could not place park assets and it wasn't like interchangeable, because it definitely should have been. Definitely should have been. Okay, hey, this is great. All right, so the other thing we need to figure out is our is our cable car. Okay, so I think we should have a cable car stop right in here. Yeah, like right in the middle. Have it come here. And then it could come over here and then continue on over into here. So I think that's what we're gonna try to go for. So if we I think there's enough room here. Oh, there is. Perfect. Look at that. It's like it was meant to be. Okay, so we move this to the edge here. Yeah, we're gonna have to move it for these. Can we do that? I'm sure we can. Oh. Yeah. I need to make sure I grab the, ooh. Ooh, can I not? Oh, I can move it. Okay. I just gotta be careful what I grab. Okay. That's the easy one. Well, let's see how the rest of this goes. All right, and then we're gonna want a cable car stop. Here essentially. And that's good too, because this is in a little spot where we can sneak this in. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky, but it'll be fun. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, we're gonna need to move it a lot. Ooh, that's gonna be fun? Question mark. Okay, let's start from here. Feel like we can. Oh, look at that. Okay, that one worked. Don't mind that. Okay, now, do these curve? I can't remember. I don't know if they curve. Yeah, we're gonna have to move it to go over the rhinos, essentially. But we can do it, we can do it. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space here. Bring this out. We're gonna undo that one. We're going to bring this over, I think, to there. Bring this back. Was that gonna run into those trees? Yes, it is. We'll need to bring this to here. Okay. Oh, but look at that. Okay. Do we hate it? Are we okay with it? I think that's fine. I feel like, I feel like we could redo this into one piece. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay. And then we've got free range to come over into here, and this could be the family fun park here. Yeah. And we could do the cable car over, and we could also do a pedestrian bridge over this as well. I think that could be really fun. So we'll leave that for there. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat here, hopefully. You guys like what I'm doing here. Hello, Badam. Oh yeah, I could also make them higher with yeah, lifting them up. but I think this works. I am excited. But we'll need to put an end of line stop somewhere. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah. I mean, we have a ton of detailing to do. But look, we accomplished the goal that I set out to, which was to get like the infrastructure part put together before we did all the detailing. I guess we can hit play. Yeah, that's gonna be great. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so tomorrow, detailing sesh. Intense detailing session. We're gonna start in one little area and work our way through, and we'll just see where we get to. But this is gonna be so fun. It's gonna look so good once it's all detailed up. Oh, the cable cars are running even though there isn't an inline stop. Well, that's cool. All right. Can watch all those cable cars move around. But yeah, I think this is really fun. I like this. Yeah. Very, very fun. Very fun. It's nice to see how good. I love how many people are like. And it's not too much traffic. Remember, this was really backed up, so this is moving smoothly now. So that's great. That's what we want to see. And this is busy, but it's moving. Yeah, this is great. Okay, and then we should probably check on which one is this. Ugh. It's green line. I need to do an audit again of going through our, oh, it's this one. Let's go ahead and put 2 on there for now. Yeah, it's nice and busy. Okay. Oof. Cider River. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, everybody. Well, tomorrow morning, and I might start a little early tomorrow, depending on how I sleep, how I'm feeling in the morning. We might start a little early tomorrow morning. We'll see. Maybe we start at 9. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm excited. Tomorrow, detail, detail, detail. And then when we're done with detailing, we can do a really fun cable car ride. Very short one, but it'll be nice to look. And then we'll do some first person walking around the zoo as well, once we have it detailed. So that'll be really nice. 2 hours detailing. Can we get this zoo detailed tomorrow? We will find out. Might have to do 3 hours tomorrow, but I really like to get it done. Be fun. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning, and being patient with me while I finagled all these pieces together. And I hope you like the kind of approach I took here in philosophy of kind of grouping things together and keeping separate, making loops. And yeah, I think it's going to look really cool when it's all done. So, all right, everybody. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.